Welcome back to week 6 of Landlocks. I am Ted Flint. We are brought to you by Wild Rose Sportsbook and Casino out of Clinton, Emmitsburg, and Jefferson. There's Circa, Bet Rivers, and DraftKings. We are in the Northwest Bank studios, virtual studios, because we had a bad week last week, and we're never going to make it to the actual Northwest Bank studios if we keep having shitty weeks like last week.
Was not great.
Not week, but like I said, maybe have a better week than we did. We got going to Jefferson, Clinton, and Emmitsburg. Hit the casinos, hit the slots, hit the blackjack tables, hit some sports books up. Bet on some unders. We're gonna take some free money, like
Service Academy,
Sporting Academy, Service Academy, same thing. Service Academy under in the 50s, Jake. Like, do they want us to just like double our units? Just put it all on there. Just put it all on it. Anyway,
how many bets did you have on that under last year, or on those unders last year? You end up with about 20 of them on between those games.
I should have bet that Northern Illinois game last week. I would have made all kinds of money. But before we get going, we are going to start by discussing last week. And tell you what, bam, we got buried. We're going in the dirt.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Certainly not great. I believe it's the first week we are all under 500. And Ted, you specifically.
USC, I knew I shouldn't have bet it. Lincoln Riley's out there bitching and moaning about the kickoff time. Bad vibes all around. Just the stupidest bet.
So as those watching can see, Ted went 2-4 with the misses being USC -6.5, Indiana, Iowa over 47.5.
Indiana Utah, can't wave the sick kids and they can't score points.
Utah was Virginia under 48.5, Bama, Georgia over 52.5, and then the two hits being Kansas, Cincinnati over 57.5, and Ohio State team total under 30.5. That's a tough one. And Tez, who could not join us,
we'll discuss his whereabouts after his picks go through.
So he went 2-3. The three misses being Kansas -4.5, Syracuse +5.5, and Washington +8.5, with the two hits being Rutgers +5.5 and Iowa State -6.5. He, I guess, is lucky to not be here, but I don't know how lucky he is for his situation.
It's he's in a pickle. He's in a pickle. Jake also lost Iowa, Indiana over.
yes, I did. I also went 2-3. Iowa, the three misses being Iowa, Indiana over 47.5, Baylor -21.5 or -21, and Georgia -3. The two hits being Utah -12.5 and Oregon +3.5. So I think the bagpipes might be appropriate to continue forward for Tez's situation right now.
I mean, so Sean Tez can't be here tonight. We did receive a video right before he's tipped off of him tied up, and the chickens have once again rose up against him. He was in a chicken costume. He looks scared, but I don't understand what the chickens their language, so I have no idea what they want for his return. It's a whole bunch of clucking and feathers and him looking terrified. So if anyone out there speaks chicken, feel free to reach out to us and I'll show you the video because Sean is in a pickle. And like I said, work of chickens, sometimes they rise up. He fought him back last year, but right now he's they got the best of him. Speaking of got the best of them, flyover went terribly for two of us. Once again, Jake is on the over. I believe Notre Dame scored 42 points in the first half. I think I saw that at the tailgate lots. That was also a blurry day. But it's still only cleared by 5 points. I should have hit that again at halftime. I think it was like
4.5 points.
It was 42-10 at half.
Yeah.
Bad news all around. But the Sicko under did clear pretty easily. Basically, Service Academy under.
Yeah, 30. They scored 34. The total was 44.5. So you're very much clear of that.
And Koba once again won. He was on Oregon +3.5. We all were on Oregon.
Well, swept last week with Koba.
Yeah, you can bet on Ben Franklin in a big game. What are you doing?
Ben Franklin.
God damn it. I just watched Benji the other day of my son when he was sick. Can I blame it on that? Can I blame it on watching Benji? Because apparently they named that after Ben Franklin in that movie.
Sure.
You probably don't know what Benji is because you're a child when that was. You weren't even born when Benji was a thing. I wasn't even born when Benji was a thing. Do you know what it is?
No.
You just literally just Googled it. It's a dog.
Yep.
Little dog. Gets an adventure.
1974.
Okay, well, they made a new one in 2018. That's what we watched.
Yep.
Still the same dog. Yeah, it's
still the same dog.
I mean,
I don't think it's the same dog.
Did you see that they are hiring 2 dogs to be Air Bud, the new Air Bud? Like, don't ruin the magic for us. Don't say it's 2 dogs. Like it's 2 dogs. 2 dogs for the original Air Bud shoes. Don't even make the movie. Dogs should be
Air Bud series jumped the shark a long time ago, in my opinion. So
don't give him that chance. They will have him jumping sharks. Like I said, we are brought to you by Wild Rose. Out of those 3 towns, circa Emmitsburg, 2%. But like we do tend to use their sports books. We were using DraftKings this week. I normally do every other week, but I think we did DraftKings last week. But you know what? I already got it up. Already made the photos. So hold between and we'll use DraftKings next week. I just said DraftKings when I should have said Bet Rivers. It's fine. I do actually like Circa quite a bit. Their lines are a little bit better, but hard to take screenshots sometime on Circa. All right, moving on. So Thursday night, we do have a Thursday night game. Who wants to watch the Niners play on Thursday night? They don't even have a goddamn team. Like,
half their starters are out, so
it's gonna be ugly. You don't want to watch that game. What you want to watch, what you need to watch, is
the Bearcats with a K at New Mexico State.
Why did my thing not play?
Hit it again. I had the volume turned on.
Aw.
Well, for me, the action is the juice. I'm in.
All right. Bearcats to a K or 2.5 point favorite. Over under is 53.5 at New Mexico State. Bearcats haven't won. They're favored on the road. Principal bet. Give me the Aggies. That's all I got. I'm not betting on no 0-14 favorite on the road on Thursday.
Maybe the over. Sam Houston's been going over, but I think that's because they've just been getting the crap kicked out of them. So,
yeah. Moving on.
That's about all I got on that.
I mean, yeah, like just don't trust an 0-14 with a favorite. Seems like an easy bet. Layup. I mean, you could bet the Niners plus 12 or whatever the hell that line is at now because it's, like I said, ugly. But yeah, moving on. Because Friday night. All right, we have some amazing games here. We have Charlotte and South Florida. South Florida is a 27.5 point favorite, over under 55.5. I'm not trusting South Florida to score 27.5 points. I don't care how bad Charlotte is. That seems easy to me.
I don't know, man. That would be the direction. Like, if you wanted to bet that game, I would probably be on South Florida, but I don't know how much motivation is there to beat a team by 4 touchdowns at this point. But
Charlotte's bad.
Yeah, I know.
Charlotte's real bad. But I'm like you said, I just don't trust them to score 27.5 points, and I'm sure they'll prove me wrong. The Fighting Joe Flacco's, Delaware, are hosting Western Kentucky. Under 61.5. Delaware is a 3-point favorite. Delaware just came up from whatever level is below FCS. They can't do bowl games. They can't win in a conference. This is literally one of their Super Bowls. Give me the Fighting Hens -3. Got to figure out it's going to be a good crowd. Don't shake me head like you don't have done all kinds of research on the Delaware Fighting Hens. Joe Flacco went there.
I did not actually know that until you informed me of that.
You did not know Joe Flacco went to Delaware?
Nope.
You know who else went to Delaware?
Nope.
Who doesn't remember anymore? Mr. President Joe Biden. That was a low-hanging joke. All right. New Mexico has a San Jose State. San Jose State is -2.5. Over on this 58.5. Bronco Mendenhall? Does he still coach New Mexico? Pretty sure. Pretty sure.
That's
No,
a good question.
He's at Utah State.
Don't know.
This is why people come to this podcast for Friday night picks.
You're pulling some.
I'm spitting facts.
Some serious stuff out. Yeah,
Don't check us. Don't check us. Either way, give me the Lobos plus 2.5. They beat UCLA a few weeks straight up on the road. Yeah, maybe an under. It's like a lot of points for San Jose State game, but I think that punter left like 18 years ago. My memory is trash. So, okay, Lobos.
I don't know. I just don't know.
Okay. Moving on to a late night game. Body clock game. West Virginia might be dead. They're getting 19.5 points at BYU to over unders 47.5. I think you have to take BYU or nothing.
BYU all day long, all night long, whatever.
You know, bases loaded, no outs, and you don't get anything. Cincinnati. God.
West Virginia is going west. West Virginia is not any good.
Going further west. Yeah, West Virginia might have gave everything they had.
BYU, I think, is I don't know that they're great, but I think they're probably good, solid to good.
Maybe West Virginia team total under. Just because
BYU's 3-1 ATS, West Virginia's 2-3, 0-2 away, 1-2 as a dog. Yeah, I mean everything here is just fade West Virginia. The travel, just what they've done up to this point. I starred this one when I was writing stuff down. This will very, very likely be a lock for me. Just everything stacks up. Even if it was neutral side, I would probably take BYU, whatever the spread was. I just don't think West Virginia's any good.
No, dead. And I thought there was no more games, but Colorado State heads to San Diego State. They are a 6-point underdog. Over under is 40.5. Colorado State is trash. Just bet San Diego State minus 6.5 and wake up to the morning making money. I think I might outline this a few extra points. Colorado State's bad. That coach is getting fired.
I actually find that line interesting.
Because Colorado State's bad.
Yeah, but it's only 6.5, and they're going to San Diego State.
Future Pac-12 powerhouse.
That's why I say I find.
Wait, isn't Colorado State also in the Pac-12? Didn't they also get the invite?
Yes. Now I don't know, or next year. I don't know how all that shit's working. To be honest with you.
Either way, Aztecs all day, all night, all morning.
Yeah, I think I would definitely take SDSU under a touchdown. Like I said, that surprises me just in general. So, Colorado State is 1-0 away and 2-0 as an underdog ATS, but SDSU is really good. They're 3-1 overall, 2-0 at home, and 2-0 as a favorite. So,
yeah. All right. All right,
I don't know what shows next, but
I was just seeing where Big Nude was this week.
I don't know. I can look it up though.
Okay, before we get there, I'm pretty sure it's Wisconsin, Michigan. Iowa State has a Cincinnati. They are 1.5 point underdog. Over under is 54.5. ISU money line. If I'm touching this as an ISU money line or the under, Iowa State wins on the field. I don't know why this flopped. I'm sure we have some pretty big injuries.
Wisconsin versus Michigan is big noon.
Oof, that's gross.
Yeah, so everything as far as betting advice would tell you to take Cincinnati. But I think that
our
line
bills are paid by Cyclone Fanatic.
Well, I mean, it's Williams has been saying that and saying the same thing. When you see, it's just a classic. If you bet every time a ranked team's going on the road and they're an underdog, you're probably going to come out ahead if you take the home team. But I think the line moved right away as much as it did, partially just because of what Cincinnati did last week, and the power rankings probably aren't. Power rankings don't move that much, so the lines don't really adjust right away. And then also Iowa State, I think there's probably people that knew the Jontez Williams thing. So that's our number 2, our second best cornerback is done for the season, along with Jeremiah Cooper, who we learned about before last game. And so I think those things combined is why the line kind of did what it did. But the backfield cornerbacks for Iowa State, like I found it really interesting how Bloom and Williams broke it down today as like, well, you know, while Cooper and Williams were the 1 and 2, Cooper moved over from being a wide receiver. So that wasn't something that they necessarily planned on when they're bringing guys in, and him being the number 1. And then, you know, some of the other stuff that happened, the depth isn't great now. That's a problem, but they're basically down to guys that they thought were going to be like at the top of the rotation, like in the spring or last fall.
Right.
So it's not like from the outside, it's like, oh my God, like they lost their top 2 guys and like, how does that affect them? But it's more just like, okay, well, now you're down to the guys that you were anticipating kind of being there and got bonuses from the other people that were there. So it's probably not as massive of a deal as for this game as people may think, but.
And like I said, I would lean over, but I'm slightly concerned that they just try to do like long grinded out drives and keep the defense off. And I just don't want to touch the total at all.
Yeah, I would lean over as well. I don't think they have especially when you're talking about, again, you're talking about the field goal kicker situation. You can't lean on having a guy that you can try and grind out a drive, and if it stalls and you have to kick a 45-yard field goal, you're okay with it. So I don't, and the running game hasn't been great. You know, the passing game has been the kind of the star of the show. So I don't think they have, at this point, I don't know if we have the ability to really effectively do the grinded out, lengthy possessions thing. So
I would money line or mostly hedge it, because who would do such a thing? And bet a super easy Cincinnati money line right now. It's like minus 118.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I will not advise. I don't even know how to advise, because as far as if you have faith in Iowa State, we're an Iowa State podcast. Obviously, go bet that money line. I think we'll probably surprise people. We did it last week against Arizona, but the classic like betting strategy stuff would say take Cincinnati. So,
okay. Moving on. Big nude kickoff for some reasons in Michigan.
I guess
They're a 17.5 point favorite. Over under is 43.5. Under. Wisconsin ain't gonna score. Like just under.
This is one of the. I like kind of shook my head and laughed at this when I was writing down, when I looked up the score and was writing it down earlier. So you have a pretty low total, 43.5, right? Or whereabouts, somewhere in there. And Michigan is a 17.5 point favorite. That is like a lot to a little type of final score. I mean, that's pretty bad. Yeah, I think the under, and you hope that Michigan doesn't for some reason like run the score up on them.
28-7.
Yeah.
31-7.
Yeah. I mean,
it's a gross game. All right. Illinois has a Purdue. Purdue is a 9.5 point favorite. Over under 55.5. Illinois beat USC last week because Lincoln Riley's a bitch and complained about travel. Gotta be really idiot to bet USC minus 6.5. Who only an idiot would bet that? And then USC and his moneyline parlay, only one that didn't hit. Man, just dumb vibes all around by that guy. Anyways, I kind of like Purdue in plus 9.5. I don't know what the hell Illinois is at this point. Maybe the over. I know in certain Iowa State group chats I'm in that my boy St. Tom Fernelli is kind of looked down upon these days. I've heard him a couple of times this week mention how Purdue likes to muck it up against Illinois, and they always play hard, and it's just an ugly game. That's all I got. I'm just stealing his podcast. So
Illinois
over.
Illinois is 4-1 overall. They are only 1-1 or 4-1 ATS overall. Only 1-1 away, but they are 2-0 as a favorite. Purdue 2-2 overall ATS, 2-1 at home. So there's a little bit of maybe that helps them there. But 1-1 as an underdog. I just don't. If I was betting, I'm not betting on Purdue, I guess, at this point. So if you want to have faith in Illinois, then you can go ahead and do that. The total isn't anything great there. I mean, Purdue is 1-3 on the year, on the over, 0-3 at home. But then Illinois is 2-0 on the road. So it's there's nothing that points directly.
And Purdue has a big drum. That has to count for something.
Honestly, I when I first wrote this down, my initial reaction was to take Illinois, mostly just fading Purdue, but that may not be. Yeah, may not be this. I don't know that I'll actually bet that. That was just my gut.
Just real quick, since it's in front of me, Kentucky is a plus 20.5 point underdog against Georgia. Kirby Smart as a favorite over 20 points is something ridiculously like 1-7 the last 8 games and like 4-15.
Really?
So I'm betting Kentucky plus 20.5, and I absolutely hate it. Just because my trends guy.
Also, yeah, it's one of those things I could argue either way. Coming off the Bama game, kind of a letdown. You're at home, just like win the game. They win by 18
17
or 20 or something, whatever, like just don't cover. But then I could also argue that team's mad and they go out and just run over a team that they're better than at home and win by 28. So I don't think I love anything on that personally, but
okay. Speaking of games that we are going to hate, Kansas State heads to Baylor. They're at a 6.5 point underdog over under 61.5 points in a Kansas State game. They have a running back at quarterback, but also the last time Baylor played a team that had a running back at quarterback, he lit him up. I don't understand how this line at all. I think it makes me want to not touch it.
The total or the line?
All of it. All of it. You give me some insight on this if you want to touch this game. I don't want to touch this game. If I do, it's on the under, and I feel like that probably burns me because Baylor doesn't have a defense, but also Kansas State doesn't have a quarterback.
So both these teams have been really bad against the spread so far this year. They're both 1-4 overall. Kansas State away, like true road game, is 0-1, but Baylor at home is 0-3. Baylor is 0-2 as a favorite. But the totals back and forth too. This is a I don't like.
Told you, it's terrible.
I don't know if I'll bet this game, but if I had to bet this game, I think I would lay the points with Baylor at home. But I also think this might be, if Kansas State's going to figure it out and do anything other than crater, it's going to have to be this week.
Yeah.
It's kind of where I'm at. So,
game.
I mean, they kind of figured it out against directional Florida last week, but it's directional Florida. I don't really put a lot of stock in that. So,
you know what game we are betting, though? Air Force Navy over under 52.5, a service academy game in the 50s. I don't care. Under all day.
Yeah, I just
under. Maybe I go 48.5. I'll just drop that down like 4 points. It isn't going over.
No way. I would.
Right? Seems so out of character. 52.5 goddamn points in an Air Force Navy game.
Apparently, Action says it opened somewhere at 55.5. I wish I could have gotten that.
I mean, they're already having a bad week. They just got chastised by some guy that's flat-footed. I mean, this is gonna be like they ain't going out there and hitting points. Yeah.
The one scary part. honestly, the one scary part about it is like Navy just scoring like 48 points. But
Sure. But last time I checked, God damn it, is that Navy? There is water there.
yeah,
Ignore me.
it's at Navy.
But those ships aren't sexy enough to see them.
It's Indianapolis.
Yeah, but they can still see the ships, even though they're stealth. They got to fix that. All right. OK State has Arizona. Arizona was a 20.5-point favorite. Over under is 55.5. Oklahoma State covered last week, apparently. I was pretty fuzzy last week. Didn't see how that happened.
I mean,
Jake,
they lost by 18. I have no idea. I was doing wedding things last week.
I was doing shots. and the Blooms had a margarita machine.
I was setting up and in a wedding and doing wedding reception things, so I can't tell you.
Blooms had a goddamn margarita machine at their tailgate. It got sideways real quick. And it wasn't pre-mixed. It was mix your own. And you can only imagine how I was making those.
That's yep, I can only imagine. You're right. I get that Oklahoma State covered. But I mean, at this point, like, if I'm betting anything on a game that Oklahoma State's in, unless I don't even know who it would have to be against, I'm gonna bet on the other side.
Iowa everywhere has a Big 12 Survivor thing going, and I'm just gonna bet against Oklahoma State until they make me stop.
Right.
I already won last week. Gonna pick on Arizona this week. Like, I'm gonna pick every team Oklahoma State plays. Like, they can't play these teams twice. Like right. Make me stop.
Also, yeah, I mean, it's a great spot to pick somebody like Arizona that you don't know, like, moving forward exactly what they're going to do, but I would damn near guarantee you that they're going to beat Oklahoma State. So,
right.
Arizona is 3-1 ATS, 3-0 at home, and 2-0 as a favorite. The one overall being Iowa State last week. So, yeah, sure, why not?
All right. Yeah. All right. Moving on. I'm not really going to talk about much because I don't feel like to come back to it. But Vandy plus 10.5 at Bama. Vandy.
Yep.
Texas, Florida under 41.5. Ain't gonna be any points. You don't agree with that?
I hadn't really thought about that angle. I wrote it down, but I was more thinking, hoping to get a touchdown and potentially betting Florida. I think it's interesting, like the whole Texas situation with Arch. But yeah, I don't know. Under might not be bad.
Speaking of that, and then Boise State Notre Dame over. Is Notre Dame's going to score a shit ton of points? I'm sorry, Tammy.
Yeah, Boise's not it this year. It doesn't seem like.
Oh, and I think Martin Freeman is a Hobbit.
Marcus Freeman.
Yeah, Martin Freeman's a Hobbit. Also,
Norman Reedus. What? Oh no, that's wrong.
All right, so now we're heading to UCLA. Penn State is coming off of that loss here. 24.5 point favorite. Over under is 49.5. This is one of my possible sickos. I don't know if I'm going to go with it. UCLA team total under 12.5. I don't trust Penn State to cover that spread. They might. I just don't.
UCLA. I mean, they're going a long way west is the only reason I don't want to bet it, or I hesitate to bet it. UCLA is really bad.
I'm worried their offense won't show up. I know
I think
what will show up.
Penn State, but like, while they don't necessarily win big games or whatever, they certainly do beat up on people they're supposed to. So,
I mean, is UCLA going to score twice, 2 touchdowns? Do we believe this? None of us believe this.
I think the risk is you get a touchdown and 2 field goals. There is probably what you have to root against, is what you're hoping to not have. So you just hope they don't score a touchdown probably in the game.
We're going to find out. I'm not sure if that's going to be yet.
That could potentially be it. I don't know what if they had a line for over under on touchdowns. I'm sure there's a 0.5 line somewhere.
Seems cheating.
Why?
Oh, look, fine. I'll look. I'm there right now.
I mean, that's basically what you're implying with the 12.5 is
Team props.
if they're going to score like three or four field goals, or if they're going to get a touchdown and
under 1.5 touchdowns is minus 140.
Under 1.5.
Yeah. I can't touch it. 140 is too much. Doesn't count.
I mean, we never like set actual rules on it.
Man has principles. I have principles. You might not believe this, but I have principles. Too much.
So what's the? Yeah, it's fun. I won't make you actually set
like minus 115, maybe 120 if I'm like live betting it.
So it has to be at least 120. So,
all right. Washington has the Maryland. Somehow they are a 6.5 point favorite. Over under 53.5. Turtles. We're gonna trust Washington. Went across country last year. Lost to Rutgers. I get a layup bet. I understand Maryland's bad. Maryland beat Wisconsin. Wisconsin's terrible. I'm just saying, crossing the entire country, I mean, a 6.5 point favorite when I'm not sure you're a good team.
I think Washington might be one of the more underrated teams. In general, not really. Nobody's really talking about them. Not that they've done anything super impressive. I mean, they lost to Ohio State. Last week, 6-24.
Kept them from scoring 30 on a few hits.
But yeah, I mean, it's. I don't know the travel thing. I think as we get deeper into this, maybe it starts to even out. That travel is so far though. That's tough. I don't think I want to bet this game. If you're gonna make me bet it, I would probably take Maryland in the points. I'd love it a lot better, obviously, at 7 instead of 6.5. But yeah, I think Washington can definitely win that game. I just don't think I think Maryland probably hangs in there, and you get a 3-5 point win somewhere in there.
I mean, I think it might be a cash crop.
I don't feel that strongly about it. That's for sure.
Okay. I mean, I can change. Speaking of,
that's nasty.
Northwestern is 11.5 point favorite. Over under is 40.5 against ULM.
No.
In no way I'm betting Northwestern to cover 11.5
I'm
points.
betting that game at all.
Maybe the under. I'm not sure if I trust that.
I mean, they'll probably cover. I just can't.
It's on the lake.
I won't. Yeah. No.
Is it cutting cold there yet? Because it's still 95 goddamn degrees here. When's it going to get cold on the lake?
It's gonna rain and cool off here next week. But yeah, right now it's warm again. 82 with a 9-mile-an-hour crosswind.
No chance. Bet UNLM, which is Louisiana Monroe.
Correct.
Bam. Nailed it. Knew that exactly. All right. Moving on to something.
What the hell is wrong with you people?
Are you out of your mind? Are you nuts?
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
What the hell is wrong with you?
You really are crazy.
What the hell is wrong with you, you sick bastard?
Did you eat a lot of paint chips when you were a kid? Why?
Jesus ain't right.
All right, we are moving on to Sicko under of the week, probably more than likely. Over under 38.5. Miami, Ohio has in Northern Illinois. Northern Illinois has scored this many points this season. 28, 19, 9, 10, 3. They ain't good. And they're getting a bunch of money from the Mountain West to come there. Like tens of millions of dollars for a football-only school. Miami, Ohio is also not great. I'm sure Jake has their over-under against spread. I don't have them on my screen.
Northern Illinois is 1-3 ATS overall, 0-2 at home, 1-2 as an underdog. Miami, Ohio is 2-2 overall, 1-1 away, and 1-0 as a favorite against the spread.
Against the total,
Northern Illinois is 0-4 overall, 0-2 at home, 0-3 as an underdog. Miami, Ohio is 2-2 overall, 1-1 away, and 0-1 as a favorite. So those numbers would tell you to go under. And I mean, usually when you start getting these numbers low like this, like, I mean, we're not approaching. I don't expect this to be elite defense suffocation.
They lost 6-3 last week.
I'm just saying, I just don't. I don't think it's because it's elite suffocation defense like Iowa was doing when we're getting totals like in the mid to almost low 30s, but they're just like when you. Outside of what Iowa did for those couple years, or especially that 1 year, if you get a total that's getting down into 37, 38, 36, whatever in that range, they're begging you to go over. Like they just are. So
I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it.
I feel less sturdy about this one than I do the UCLA under 12.5. That's all you need to know. It's going to be a long day for me Saturday. I'm hosting 6 10-year-olds on top of my 10-year-old for an overnight birthday party by myself.
Party. Nice.
So it's in the evening. So I feel like I should prepare myself mentally for that by watching this game.
This is the mental preparation for that. Yeah.
Yeah. If I can survive this game on the only TV in the house, can't change it.
Yeah, I think I might get a little goofy. This might be one of my locks. This week.
It's gonna be an ugly game. It's gonna be gross.
I'm not gonna watch it. I might box score watch it or watch it on my tracking on action.
Don't give me this option. I might find a better one. Oh dear God. Oh God. Can't even bet it. Can I bet touchdowns? I can't. That's gross. That's fine.
Let the people know what you're talking about.
Oklahoma is a massive favorite against Kent State at home. I lost 6 and went back and forth. Oklahoma is a 45.5 point favorite, over under 53.5. Under 7.5 points for Kent State is minus 6,000. Under touchdown is minus 300. So,
oh my goodness,
won't be betting that unless they bet the touchdown over on principle alone. Do they just sneak into the end zone?
No.
All right. Speaking of gross games,
against a Brent Venables defense,
I mean they scored 14 on Tech. Better off covering the spread and hoping that Oklahoma doesn't score that many points. Nebraska is an 11.5 point favorite at home against Michigan State. Over under is 48.5. The hell if I know.
If I'm betting it, it's Nebraska, and that's what the money versus bets on action is right now. I don't think Michigan State's any good. I think Nebraska's okay.
Yeah. You know what you are betting though? Texas State has the Jonesboro, Arkansas. I know where that is because Iowa State almost lost there. The over-under is 63.5. Texas State versus Arkansas State. A man has principles, Jake. The unders haven't been hitting. They will come back to me. They will. I have not done the research on this yet, but as of Wednesday night, I'm on under 63.5. You know this game scares the shit out of me because this screams like it's 35-28 at halftime. I'm already dead.
Yeah, as far as action, what they have right now, pretty much everything is on the under. There isn't really a lean, which it's all just whatever people are tracking, and it's tough when we talk about this on Wednesday. Texas State 2-2 overall, 1-1 away, 1-1 as a favorite against the total or against the over. Arkansas State 2-3 overall, 1-1 at home, 1-2 as an underdog. So there's no real lean there. Arkansas State's games have went under the last 3. Texas State's last 2 have gone under, but again, that's not I don't know.
It's not a trustworthy trend.
No, I mean there's nothing great to really lean on in any of the stuff I can get here. I don't like the over. You're gonna make me pick one or the other, and I'm probably going to be on the under because I just don't really feel the over at this point.
Well, at least Sean is being held hostage, so we can't lock it in right now. So we have time to change our minds. So
right.
Texas Tech heads to Houston. They are 10.5 point favorite. Over under is 51.5. Saturday at 6 o'clock. I was gonna make a joke about how you can't only trust Cougars on a Friday night, but now it's obviously a Saturday night. Either way, if I'm betting this, it's on Tech. I need Tech to show me that they're human, and I think they're gonna cover. I think Tech might be real good.
I disagree. Well, I don't disagree that I think Tech is pretty good. But if you're going to give me like, I think Tech goes and wins by 7 to 10 points. I'll take Houston to. You're going to give me over a field goal and a touchdown. I'll take that. So,
okay. We move to wherever the hell Florida State is. I just blanked on that. I should know where the hell that is. It's not Jacksonville. Tallahassee. I got there. They are a 4.5 point favorite underdog at home against Miami. 53.5 is the total. This is week's Koba's picks. He won last week. He is 4-1-1. Let's see what Koba has to say. Welcome to week 6 of Koba's picks, brought to you by Cyclone Fanatic and Landlocks. As always, these are against the spreads. Lily, no. This week it is University of Miami at Florida State. Koba is 4-1-1. As always, logos made by my son. Release the beast. Miami. He did.
I thought Lily was going to start eating the food. Anyway, sorry.
I sent that to a few people before the podcast. I got some pretty harsh "let Lily eat the food next time" conversations. I can't believe she stopped. She is not the greatest listener. The fact that she turned around and you can hear Koba whining the entire time from the stairs. So maybe one of those weeks we let Lily pick. But yeah, he's on Miami. Once again, he picked one on the left. I got to figure out a way to fix that. But he's been 4-1-1. So like maybe he just knows what he's doing. I don't know how to bet this game. I lean Miami because obviously Florida State lost last week, but it's at Tallahassee. This might be one of those just more research. Obviously right now, as recording, he's against the spread. It can change by the time we make our bets, but yeah, he's on Miami. Who knows what Lily's on? Because I yelled at her and she couldn't get
Didn't let her. I'll be with Koba again this week. Yeah, I think Miami's. Unfortunately, I think they're actually pretty good. I would prefer that they're not. I would prefer that they hype themselves up and they get hype and then they fail. But
it would help the Big 12 though, right? If Florida State won this game, we need Miami to take some losses.
I mean, yes, but sure. I mean, you're going to need like. I don't want to get into detailed like at large conversation. You're going to need a lot of things to happen, and you're going to need Miami to get more than probably 2 losses before it's going to matter for at large Big 12. So
also, it would be hilarious principle if Florida State and Florida both win this week after just looking bad last week.
Yeah,
there goes one of my children with an ice cream behind me.
Yeah, I mean it's not. I mean, there's a lot of as far as action goes. It's a lot of it's money versus bets or Florida State 97% of money with 57% of bets. Again, it's whatever people are putting in and tracking on action on the app. But yeah, I don't know. I personally think Miami wins by 7 to 10 points. So
okay, Minnesota heads to Ohio State. They're a 23.5 point underdog. Over under is 44.5. I think if I bet anything, I might just bet Ohio State team total over. They're back home. I wasn't going to say the under, but I've about talked myself out of it. I'm afraid that Ohio State puts up a lot of points. The team total for Ohio State.
I've paid very little attention to Minnesota this year. I'm just realizing.
The team total for Ohio State is. Oh man, they really.
I can tell you the implied.
It's 33.5. I was more looking at the under for Minnesota being 9.5 points at plus 100, and I'm like, that feels awful sick.
Well, that's what I was thinking. So you look at Ohio State's games so far this year: 14-7 win over Texas, 70-0 over Grambling, 37-9 over Ohio, 24-6 at Washington. That would make me think that they're gonna hold Minnesota under 10? 2 touchdowns or whatever. You know, it's probably around 2 touchdowns. I would
9.5.
Yeah. I don't know if I love that, but I mean that's kind of what I would.
Under 9.5 is plus 100. Let's see the touchdowns is. Total touchdowns is under 1.5 at minus 225. So we're getting no value on the under touchdowns. It's just under 9.5 plus 100.
So what was Ohio State's team total?
33.5.
33.5. I mean, Minnesota's given up 28 in a win versus Rutgers in Minnesota, and they gave up 27 at Cal. I think I would just play the Ohio State team total over.
That's what I said. That's all you're like.
I think I like that quite a bit, actually.
So, moving on to Dallas Fort Worth. Colorado heads to TCU. They are 13.5 point underdog. Over under is 57.5. TCU minus 13.5, so I can get some cheaper tickets to Boulder and over.
Over is getting a slight lean as far as money versus number of bets. I would lean TCU just off my gut. But that's also just kind of me thinking that TCU is supposed to be pretty good, and I don't think Colorado's very good. So it's kind of I don't really have anything to lean on to say that. Colorado's 3-2 overall against the spread, 0-1 away, 1-2 as an underdog. TCU's 2-1-1 overall against the spread, 1-1 at home, but 2-0 is a favorite. So, however you want to mix that up, their favorite, them being a favorite that they covered, was against SMU as a 6.5 point favorite, and then the UNC game as a 3.5 point favorite when we didn't know what the hell UNC was going to be. So,
yeah, I just take the over.
Sure.
Let's get those tickets underneath $100 though. They're right at $100 right now.
So are they still
103? Which means that's dropped. It's dropped $50 in the last 3 weeks. So let's get them down a little lower. So let's get there. TCU means that way. It may have TCU 1/21. Let's get their fans really feeling like crap.
Just get them real. Big
and also, if TCU wins by a lot here, it gets real close to Colorado being on quit watch. Like, just being like, why do we care? And that makes me a happy Iowa State fan when I'm there in Boulder. All right. This game is gross as shit. All right. Kansas heads to the bounce house. They are playing directional Florida. Directional Florida is a 4-point underdog at home. Over under is 54.5. Just going to take the over because the hell if I know what's going to happen here. Kansas just lost at home to Cincinnati. And Central Florida also just lost at home. Right? That was a home game, right? To KSU?
No, they were at Kansas State.
Either way, just give me the over. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what Air said.
Yeah, there's nothing great to look at. The spread breakdown is kind of goofy. Kansas 2-3 overall against the spread, 0-1 away, but then 2-1 as a favorite. Directional Florida is 2-2 overall, 2-1 at home, but 0-1 as an underdog. So nothing there really trends towards anything. The over is there is a decent differential on money versus bet percentage there, but again, I don't know. It's not like amazing, and it's early enough that I don't know that I would take too much of that. I would honestly just my gut again on this game was Kansas. I don't love it being necessarily over a field goal, but if I was going to bet this game, it would probably be Kansas. I think they're better. I really do. I think Cincinnati is just better than we expected them to be. I don't think Kansas is like worse or bad or anything.
All right. That's pretty much it, unless I missed some. But if you feel like a little late night action, there's no Hawaii game. But can I interest you in?
For me, the action is the juice. I'm in.
Cal Bears is a short underdog at home, +3 Calgarythm, or Nevada Fresno State, not a state, under 45.5, and just goes off to nice sounds of punts while the 7-10-year-old too much noise, and I actually don't get any sleep at all. I'm gonna be up watching these games in between breaking up fights and Mountain Dew and sneaking.
You will be up, yes.
They also will be up. They'll probably outlast me.
Oh yeah, no, sir. Yes, you will be up because of them,
right? So, but yeah, I think give me Cal at home as a short underdog, and yeah, give me some punts.
Boy, I don't know.
This feels very much on their don't follow my don't do as I do sometimes.
Man, yeah, I don't know. This is going to be
Duke is crossing the country.
Crossing
the true Atlantic Coast,
the whole country.
True Atlantic Coast Conference game right here, brother.
Like the whole country.
Yeah.
Boy. Yeah, that would be to me that would be a Cal bet just on principle, whether you want to take the points or money line. That's I don't if you're gonna be up and want something to have some action on or whatever, that's probably what I would do.
Wyoming welcomes UNLV. Regulators just bet the over. It's 50.5 because Wyoming might be pretty bad. I don't think we've missed anything else. We talked about Georgia, talked about Bama. We can talk more about how
Virginia at Louisville. I wrote down.
Louisville could be pretty good.
I don't really have like a huge feel on that, but it is like kind of funny because Virginia jumps up to be ranked after last week. They have that upset and stuff, and then they are going to Louisville and they're touchdown underdogs. So it's just kind of a funny spot. It's kind of goofy. A lot of people would probably look at it and be like, "What the hell is that?" But yeah, I don't know. I mean, Louisville's interesting. I don't know, like Louisville. I don't know a lot of their. I don't know much of their analytics, but like they played Eastern Kentucky, James Madison, Bowling Green, and at Pitt, and so like I don't know what that means. They haven't lost, obviously, but they haven't played. Virginia beats Florida State. They haven't played an opponent like that, I would say. Going to Pitt to me is not equal to that.
You do also have Clemson being a 14-point favorite against UNC. I don't think we're getting there. Sad Debo. His NLI isn't working.
Dabo.
I don't give a shit what his name is. He's always sad. New Arkansas coach next year. Oh wait, they already hired Petrino.
I think actually, that's something I kind of thought about earlier and I didn't look at. What time is that game at?
11 a.m. In North Carolina. They are a 14-point favorite on the road.
Yeah, 14 over under 46.5. Clemson has not been good.
No,
obviously.
Either is North Carolina.
I was just curious, like they're. Yeah, that's one of those kind of like rock and hard place things. So like UNC has been against power four teams, they've not performed, but then they went to Charlotte, won 20-3, and then Richmond came to town and they won 41-6. But then Clemson's played, LSU, Georgia Tech, Syracuse, and not performed against them, which I guess that's they lost those three, but then the spread stuff for them is goofy because their perception is they're Clemson, they're supposed to be good. So I don't know. Again, just out of my brain, it was like, oh yeah, fade UNC, take Clemson. That'll work, right? But man, Clemson.
It's just a real gross game. Gross game. Make better life decisions like Skyline Chili. That's why Sean's not here. The chicken's got him, and also he's dodging the Skyline Chili comments. He's making decisions. But yeah, I'm excited for this week. Like next week, I'm not sure when our episode is dropping, but we will be recording on Monday night because, like I said, we're going to be on the road, a lot of us. So it'll be the most vibey of vibes podcast. Like there'll be zero.
It'll be interesting for sure.
So the next time, hopefully Sean gets saved because I don't know what those chickens were saying, to be honest. Like lots of clucking, lots of feathers. But it was a bad look. And I'm not going to share with the audience because we already got one strike on YouTube. And, if we share that video,
we're probably not great.
Yeah. So next time, bet the unders, especially on late nights. Like, maybe bet that Colorado State under, that Nevada under. Friday, Saturday night combo. Last game of the night. What could go wrong? 84 combined.
What could possibly go wrong?
Right. All right, Jake. My dog's snoring. I'll talk to you later, man.
All right. See you, man.